game, it was still getting a few views.
Yeah. Oh, we're live. Hello and welcome to Football Now, a new YouTube channel bringing you the predictions for this weekend's round of Premier League fixtures, our own predictions and the betting odds as well. Before I get into the video today, Crystal Palace versus Fulham, I want to remind everyone we have got a competition now running over here at Football Now. If you want to like, subscribe and drop your predictions in the comments, do it on all our videos, not just this one, to give yourself a better chance. And one lucky winner will win a football shirt of their choice. So don't forget to get in the comment section, drop your predictions, and we'll announce the winner soon. Connor, first of all, before we get into the game today, how are you doing?
Oh, fantastic at the moment. If you see me keep looking up, because I got my half an eye in the Arsenal game. Return to the Champions League, 3-0 up, not even half time yet. So hopefully there's no huge capitulation. And if you see me throwing things about, then you know it's gone down south, but it won't happen.
Well, Liverpool are in the Champions League this season, but I am watching United get battered at the minute to Bayern Munich, so that's making me feel a little bit better. Do you want to talk us through the odds first of all? Crystal Palace versus Fulham at 3 o'clock on Saturday at Selhurst Park.
Yeah, we can see the odds on screen there. You're getting nearly evens for Crystal Palace, which it's a bit of an even game. I think it's hard to predict. I don't think you're getting too much value there in a Crystal Palace win, because I think it's so unpredictable. I think one thing you have to remember as well is that Roy Hodgson, we hope he's doing well. He wasn't in the dugout last week because he was taken ill before the match. So, we wait to see what's going to happen to him. And, things like that, can have an effect on the squad. Obviously, it plays on your mind. And, I think both teams I think the jury is out still. I think Crystal Palace need to score a few more goals. Started off okay in the season, but Jordan Ayew is a doubt. Obviously, they've lost Wilfried Zaha. So, I'm leaning towards more of a draw. I think Fulham, they got the win last time out against Luton, but I don't think they were great. I think Luton probably unlucky there not to get the first point of the season. Crystal Palace have a strong record at Selhurst Park. I think if you look at the past 12 Premier League games, it's only Arsenal and Manchester City that have actually beaten Crystal Palace at home. So, it's a good record, but I just think with the way the two teams have played this season, I'm going to go with a board draw. I'm going to go with 0-0. Fulham do have the third worst defensive record in the Premier League, but 5 of those goals against Manchester City. So you can't really sort of judge anything of that. So I think if there is any value in this, it's a draw, or even a Fulham win. You're getting over 3-1 there, but Crystal Palace nearly evens, I don't really like that too much.
We saw Palace as well. They were just minutes away from getting a win at Villa Park the weekend just gone. Completely fell apart almost. Villa get the equaliser with 3 minutes to go, and they score twice in injury time in the 98th and the 11th minute of added time.
These numbers are too high to count now, aren't they? It's ridiculous.
They are. It really threw me. I see the 11. I thought, how would you say that? But do you think there'll be a hangover on Palace's part from that? You said Roy Hodgson wasn't in the dugout last weekend. Will that affect how they head into this game?
I don't think there'll be too much of a effect. I think it's still getting used to, because, if you're losing stoppage time, yes, it hurts. But, stoppage time goes on forever now. So, it's... Yeah. They didn't even concede the first goal that late in the game because, it draws out for so long. But, Aston Villa are a good side at home. So, there's no shame in losing there. Yes, they were disappointed, but I don't think the result of that game and how it ended is going to affect this one. But yeah, I don't see. I think losing Wilfried Zaha and obviously Fulham have lost Alexander Mitrovic. I think both are really good to struggle up front. I think a lot of it depends on whether Ayew is fit as well, because because obviously Elise's out still. So if Ayew isn't playing and thinks a bit of a doubt, then I think they really could struggle for goals. But no, I don't think there'll be a hangover from that game. I think they'll put that behind them. They're an experienced squad. They've got an experienced manager. He wasn't in the dugout last week, but he was in contact still with the dugout. So yeah, I don't think that will have an effect.
You mentioned there as well the injury. I'm just looking up. Then Bayern Munich were in again. They didn't score, but you've mentioned there the injury to Jordan Ayew. I think he's 50-50 or wherever he features this weekend. They've also got Mark Gay out. Elise as well as ruled out with an ongoing thigh injury. Just Fulham's result as well at the weekend. They did get the win at home to Fulham 1-0. I think I might have predicted a draw actually. I think you predicted they go a bit heavier. Where do the goals feature in that Fulham side? They've mentioned they've missed and lost. Mitrovic.
Yeah.
Brought in Jimenez from Wolves, who I think we said last week isn't the same player. It's an interesting game. What are you expecting from Fulham this weekend?
I think in attack they really will struggle. I mean, you see there they've scored 5 goals in 5 games. They're averaging a goal a game. I did expect them actually to put a few past Luton. I think I underestimated Luton. Maybe it was a bit, I jumped the gun last week a bit Luton because I didn't really give them a chance. I thought they'd play quite well. Yes, I know they lost, but I thought they were okay. I'm just looking at that team. Like you said, they brought in Raul Jimenez, but since the injury, he's not really been, too great in front of goal. They've got Willie in attack, who's actually done pretty decent for Fulham, but he's aging now. How old is he now? About 35 years. So, yeah, I think they needed to bring in another striker. He started the last game. It was a bit of a doubt. So he didn't start it. It came on. It was a bit of a doubt, but he's fit. So I think he can add some creativity. But if you're not getting anyone to put the ball in the back of the net, it doesn't really matter, how many chances you create. So I think they'll struggle. I think games like this, isn't going to help them. At Selhurst Park, I said before, only Manchester City and Arsenal have won there in the past 12 matches. So yeah, I don't think Crystal Palace are great up front either at the moment, especially with losing Zaha. Ayew might be out. So I'm thinking no. I'll keep looking at that's 27-10 in the middle. I think that's the bet for this.
Got the league table as well up on screen, identical almost in terms of the points and the results. Obviously, slight difference in the goal difference, but is that why you expect these two sides to be meandering almost this season? Palace, I think, when they got everyone fully fit, they've got a very exciting attacking team to watch. Obviously, Elise is out at the moment. You've got Eze as well, who played at the weekend. Fulham, they have lost Mitrovic, and I think there are questions, like you said, about them going forward. I'm not sure if I'd quite back them to go down. Would you say mid-table is where you'd expect these two to hang around?
I think if that was a table at the end of the season, I think both teams would be delighted with it. I think if Crystal Palace can crack that top 10, especially after losing Wilf Zaha, that would just be amazing for them. With Fulham, I think it was a good season last season, especially after coming up. But I think the first half of the season was really good. They did fall away, so I think if they can come 10th this season, that would be a really good season because in the second half of last season, especially towards the end, actually they really really were on the beach, and they've lost Mitrovic now, who was their key player. I don't think either of these two teams will be in a relegation battle. I think there's quite a few teams who are worse than them. But yeah, I think sort of if both of those teams can finish sort of anywhere from say 13th upwards, I think that'll be a good season for them both.
I think you mentioned your prediction earlier in the video as well that you're going to go for 0-0. Is that right?
Yeah, ball draw 0-0.
I think I'm going to go for a draw as well. I'm going to go 1-1. See if we can get a couple of goals out of them. But I think you said it is an interesting one, both sides. I think almost getting used to life, let's say, after losing their better players in the summer. That concludes our roundup for Crystal Palace versus Fulham this weekend, Saturday, 3 o'clock at Selhurst Park. Again, a reminder of what I mentioned at the start of the video, the competition. It's ongoing with Football Now. Like, subscribe, drop your comments, your predictions, in the comment section. One lucky winner will win a Premier League or a football shirt, of your choice. The more comments you drop on more videos, the better chance you've got of winning. So engage and fingers crossed. Good luck to everyone involved.
See you guys.